Surprise! I know, this was totally unexpected. In case you're new here, I do not normally have pink hair. In fact, I have never had pink hair. However, I've always wanted pink hair for a very, very long time, actually. In fact, I've wanted some sort of fantasy color in my hair since I was a little girl. And for about the past year, every time I see someone who has just gorgeous fancy colored hair, be it purple, green, pink, blue, whatever, I've literally looked at my husband and said, one of these days I'm just going to go ahead and dye my hair pink or purple or a multitude of those colors. And this weekend, I'm just like, you know, I'm going to dye my hair. So I'm going to get ready for the day while I kind of explain to you guys how this happened. I'm not going to really like show you the products I used in this video. If you want a video on exactly how I did it, let me know and I can do that and show you all the products and everything. Major shout out to the girls at my local Sally's who totally saved my butt and really, really helped me with some great product suggestions. But this is what my hair looks like now. It is a super light pale pink with streaks of peach in it, like the root area, and down in some areas it's streaked more peach. And then I have a very long natural roots. I did that on purpose. Oh, just so you guys know all the products I use, I will go ahead and write what those are in the down bar below because I'm just not going to mention them just to make it easier while I'm talking. But anyway, I went into Sally's and I asked, okay, what dyes would work well on dark hair? Because my initial idea was to just go ahead and add some pink to my natural hair, just maybe on the bottom or something. And they suggested, I knew either Manic Panic or Arctic Fox would be good, and they suggested Arctic Fox for my hair just because of the conditioning elements in it. And I was already familiar with the brand because of Kristen Leanne. Obviously, that's her brand. But I went ahead and grabbed Arctic Fox's Virgin Pink and then went home and was sitting there for like 2 hours going, do I really want dark pink hair? And I looked at photos online of people who would use that exact same shade over brown hair. And I mean, it looked really pretty. I just didn't like it for me. I really wanted that super pastel, light bright. I mean, it's a little bit darker now. It will fade fairly quickly into a pastel. But I wanted just a really light, soft pink with dark roots because if I look at photos of people with super pale pastel hair and it goes all the way to the roots, I don't like it. It looks too much like a wig. I'm not a big fan of that. Don't get me wrong, I love wigs, but for my natural hair, I'd rather it look more like hair. So I was looking at photos and I really liked a pulled out root, like more of a gradiated root like this rather than like some people go like a ½ inch away from the root line and then do a straight line. I didn't like that. I like something that's more like painted on, like more of a balayage effect, because that way when you put your hair into like layers, if you're doing braids or ponytails or things like that, you can really see the different colors really pretty. So I got a really strong idea of what I wanted and what I liked. And then I went back to Sally's and I was like, okay, so I'm bleaching. And they were like, okay, we can help. So the girl found me some products that were incredibly gentle on my hair. Oh my gosh, this was nothing like my past experience bleaching my hair. This went so well. It was so easy. Like, she is seriously, this girl is an absolute angel. I wish I knew her name. I just knew she was the assistant store manager. I want to stop back in and say hi to her and see if I can catch her and thank her so much for her help. But I got the stuff I needed to bleach, came home to bleach and tone my hair. It took about 3 hours to do it properly with washing in between and all that. I did this all myself. I applied it on myself. I had my husband just look it back a little bit when I couldn't see super clearly. But other than that, I did this all entirely myself. And next time I probably will have him help, just because I had some issues, as you can see, with streaking. All that peach in my hair, that was not intentional, actually. I'm really happy with it, thankfully, but it was not intentional. I was originally just playing the dark root and then all pink. In the bleaching process, there were a couple parts of my hair that didn't take as well to the bleach. That could be due to the texture variations in my hair, having some curly hair and some straight hair, because texture can affect the way bleach takes and lifts. And then when I toned it, again, it went off of what the bleach took out, and different areas toned slightly differently. So of course, when I added the pink on top, which I actually did in 2 different processes, because the first one, I watered it down way too light and it was so pastel, it didn't take at all in my hair. The first round, it was some streaks of pink, some streaks of peach, and that's it. And then the rest was blonde. And then when I did the second round, everything that was already there just intensified. So I'm thinking it has to do with the way the bleach took, or the way the toner took in my hair, that created the peach streaks. But honestly, I'm happy with that. I like hair that has different colors and movement and tones to it. That was actually the one thing that was starting to drive me absolutely crazy about my natural hair, is it is very flat, one color brown. It doesn't have a lot of variation to it. And I was just getting so bored with brown hair. I know I said I would never dye it again because it trashed my hair so much, but honestly, it was box dye, and trying to bleach out box dye, really stupid decision. That is what trashed my hair in the first place. Letting my hair grow out completely to just my natural virgin hair, where like none of it had been dyed, and cutting off all the dyed parts and then bleaching it and adding color has made the hugest difference. Like, look how, I mean, my hair, if you look at the ends compared to before I bleached it, it's nearly identical. My ends are always a bit rough and dry, but I don't know what miracles they put in this hair color, but absolutely fantastic. I've had no issues with dryness, anything. Mind you, this is Monday when I'm filming this, and I just did this on Sunday. So the color is pretty fresh. It is a semi-permanent, so it will come out in a few washes, like in a few weeks. I believe this particular dye is supposed to last between 4 to 6 weeks, but that depends on your hair care, the porosity of your hair, how often you're in the sun, etc. So we'll see how long it lasts, and then when it fades, I can do some little tricks here and there to get the rest of the color out. And I can either, what I'm probably going to do is, I love the pink so much, what I'm probably going to do is just even out the bleaching a bit, and even out the toning a bit. Maybe have my husband help me and foil some of the areas that took more peach, and then go fully pink. Or I might start playing around with color and seeing what other colors I want to throw in it, because now that the base is fairly close to platinum, I would say it's probably a level 9.5, almost a 10. I didn't leave the bleach on long enough to bring it to a full 10, just because I was very concerned about damaging my hair, which actually turned out not to be an issue at all. So that's amazing. And the nice thing is, because I wasn't bleaching my roots, I didn't have any pain at all. The last time I bleached my hair, I did not know that you had to use a weaker developer near your roots, and I used a full strength 40 volume developer on my whole head and my roots. I'm lucky all my hair did not fall off of my head and I didn't end up with blisters. Like, I had no freaking idea what I was doing. This time I used a 30 volume. It was only on my hair for about 30 minutes. We took it real nice and real gentle this time. Just so you guys know, for my eyebrows, I'm actually going into my Anastasia Riviera palette. I'm going into the shade Monte Carlo, and I actually add a little bit of this to my brows to add a pink tint, and it looks really, really cool. But yeah, I am so excited about having pink hair. I was actually thinking about leaving this as a bit of a surprise for my mom when we visit her on Friday. But I realized if I leave this until Friday, I would still have to film one more video for you guys to be up today. I can't film a video with bright pink hair and no one notice. So, hi Mom, I dyed my hair bright pink. But yeah, I just throw that pink in there and it looks so cute. It makes my hair color look more natural, which I know sounds absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm so happy with this. And the big thing I was concerned about was having pink hair was whether or not it would suit my skin tone. Like, I was very concerned with whether or not it would actually look good or whether I would look like, 10 shades of crazy. And I actually love the way this looks with my skin tone. I think it matches like really, really well. I was actually joking with my husband because I didn't realize it until after my hair was dyed. And I was watching some footage from the Rose Bowl concerts that my hair matches the Persona album. And I'm going to a concert next week. So that's actually kind of awesome. I need a brush. Oh, I'm working with the Soft Glam palette. I am kind of having to learn how to do my makeup with pink hair. I did a really neutral eye and pink lip the other day, and it looked really, really cute. Just like when you take your hair red or blonde or any other color and you don't quite know how certain things are going to work and look on you, and you really have to just play around and see what looks best. That's kind of where I'm at. So if I have a time period there where my makeup looks really strange, that's because I'm still in the part of what looks good with pink hair versus brown hair, which is more of a neutral background, because your hair just affects so much what your makeup looks like. Do you guys have any questions about my hair? If you do, please leave the comments or questions down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm trying to think of what to talk about because I think I've covered everything with my hair. I got a new suitcase. It's pink and black. I needed a new one because my old luggage set I got when I was like 10 years old. I've never actually bought luggage as like a grown-up human being. So I actually had to go out and buy luggage, and my husband got a new suitcase too because we were literally just sharing the set that I've had since I was like 10 and is falling apart. So we both got new luggage for our trip, which is really nice. We just got 2 small carry-on suitcases because since we're just going by car, I can hang anything if there's anything like super nice I want to take with me that I don't want to stick in a carry-on size. And I usually take a separate tech bag anyway. So like I don't need to fit like my electronics and stuff in there because I always take a separate padded bag for all my tech stuff. Ooh, I like that. I think my other fear about dyeing my hair pink was kind of looking like a little tiny kid or like a 12-year-old who had just like dived into, a paint bucket and not being able to pull it off in a more classy way when I want to like dress up and look professional, because there are times when I do need to dress up and look pretty professional. And I didn't want to look like I had played in a box of crayons. But at the same time, I also do not care what people typically think of me. And I generally act like I'm 17 most of the time anyway, But on the rare occasion when I need to like go into a bank or deal with people who tend to have biases against colored hair, even though thank goodness it is finally becoming more mainstream. When I was in high school, like if you had different colored hair, like everyone lost their minds. It's not more mainstream around where I live just yet, but it's getting there, which is really, really good. Like I've run into several people who have had just gorgeous hair, and I've always asked them, where did you get that done? And it was always either a family member or a friend who either had experience or had a cosmetology license like eons ago and did their hair. Like this one girl at this restaurant we like to go to, she just has the most gorgeous pinky purple hair, like down to her waist. And she also has dark roots, which again, and she always wore her hair in a braid so you could see the layers, and it looks so pretty. And her mom does her hair. And I'm like, I need a family member or a relation or somebody, someone who does hair, like, who can help me. But honestly, for doing it myself, this did not turn out too bad. But anyway, going back to my original train of thought, because I have not had enough coffee and I'm apparently all over the place today. I've definitely realized that I can look a little bit more professional and put together even with pink hair, which is nice in situations where it's needed. But most of the time it's just me with my BT21 headbands, you know, running around in leggings and tank tops. That's pretty much my day to day. Or like I do this. I'm probably rambling so much in this video, you guys. I am sorry. I know I'm all over the place. I was looking at my schedule this morning. It was another one of those, if I don't film today, I'm not going to have time to film until later in the week. So I want to make sure I'm being really, really good about getting videos up for you guys and sticking to that Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule I want to put in place. And I've done that for about 2 to 3 weeks consistently now, which is making me really, really, really happy. But it does mean that sometimes I have to take what my planned schedule is for the day and throw it completely upside down, because I'm like, uh-oh, I thought I would have time to film later and I don't. So this needs to happen right now. Now, when I touch up my hair next time, I might touch up my roots and bring the bleach closer to my roots, but I'm still debating on that because I like it. I don't know. Does this look like super like rough grown out, or does it look intentional dark roots to you guys? What do you think? Like, do you prefer dark roots with bright hair? I'm always curious what you guys like and what other people's opinions are, just because a lot of the people who live around where I live, unless you go into like Hot Topic or Sally's, unless you go to a place that is not in the middle of the country where I live, then you tend to get either no opinion or some pretty negative opinions about colored hair. So I just want to know what you guys see and what you like in general, just because this is so much fun for me. I'm like, I want to try like a whole bunch of colors now. I mean, obviously not like one right after the other, because I do want to be nice to my hair as much as possible and really baby it. But at the same time, I'm like, I can play with my hair again and do different things, because I have noticed I can always tell when I'm bored with my hair, because the very first thing I do is I start wearing it up constantly. If you look at the past several videos, I've had my hair up, which I hardly ever do when I'm filming, because I tend to look bald when I wear a ponytail. But I tend to wear my hair up all the time. Like, even I will freshly wash it and then I will put it up in a ponytail or a bun. And that's how I can tell I'm sick of my hair, when I don't want to see it. Even when it's freshly cleaned, even if I style it, within 5 minutes, it will be put up into a ponytail or a bun or something, or under a hat, so I don't have to see it. And when I get to that point of sick of my hair, I know it's only a matter of time before I'm either going to like chop it off or get really, really just upset and frustrated with it. And I don't want to cut my hair again. I really want to let it grow a little bit. I might cut it short again sometime in the future, but I think I want to let it grow long, especially with the color in it now. But I just gotten so freaking bored of my hair that I was like, something's got to change. And I've done every natural color under the sun. I've done black, dark brown, light red, dark red, every freaking shade of blonde you can possibly imagine. And I was like, you know what, I need something different. What do I want more on my lips today? I'm kind of thinking something just soft and natural. So anyway, that is my final look, and that was kind of the purpose of this whole video, is just to show you my hair, but I didn't want to do like a reveal video where it's like, hi, I have new hair, and it's like a 2-minute video and then done, because those are boring. So anyway, here is my hair. I'm going to be very easy to identify now. So if you are going to be at Soldier Field on Saturday, May 11th for the BTS concert and you see me, like, I would love to meet some of you guys, because I know some of you guys are ARMY, and I would absolutely love to meet you and say hi and give you a hug if you're into hugs, and just get to know some of you guys, because that would totally be awesome. And I'm not going to be hard to spot now, like anywhere, which is actually kind of awesome. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you love the new hair color as much as I do. It's really, really fun. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I am pretty much everywhere. And I'm posting videos on here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you guys so, so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.